The Dershow.
Number one, Iran waged war on the United States. It attacked American targets quite deliberately. Number two, it did it through proxies and surrogates, to be sure. It did it through the Houthis in Yemen. It did it through Hezbollah in Lebanon. It did it through Hamas in Gaza and through other Iranian surrogates. You know, Iran sits back in Tehran, laughs all its way to the bank, collects money from oil revenues, doesn't send its own soldiers to harm's way. It sends Palestinians and it sends Lebanese and it sends Yemenis, all to die in the name of Iran. But under international law, that doesn't matter. If Iran is behind the attacks on the United States, and they are without a doubt, they supply the arms, they supply the training, they often give intelligence and logistical aid. And in many instances, they are the ones who schedule the attacks and do everything but carry them out. And so all these attacks are attributable to Iran as a matter of law and as a matter of diplomacy and as a matter of politics and, of course, as a matter of morality. So the United States is entitled to attack back. What did they do the other day? They had a small attack. They attacked, yes, a drone facility and, may have killed a few terrorists and hopefully not, but perhaps some civilians. Iran says yes. The United States says no about civilians, but we'll only know as time goes on. But the United States is entitled to wage a full-fledged war against Iran. They're not going to do it. But right now, under law, they are entitled, and they don't have to, under international law, when you're attacked, you don't have to attack the people who attacked you, that is the military unit that attacked you. You can attack any unit, military unit, from the country that attacked you. And of course, Iran is the one that attacked them. So it would be perfectly lawful for the United States to now target Iran's growing ability to develop a nuclear arsenal. We now know also from material within the atomic energy community that Iran has gone back to building a nuclear weapons system. It slowed it down for a while earlier in this year, but intelligence now shows that it's continuing and it's building toward a point where it could easily move toward developing a nuclear arsenal. If it attacked now, would it be too early? It's much better to be early than late. Just think the analogy to Nazi Germany in the 1930s. I think if Churchill had been prime minister, they might have attacked too early and destroyed the German war machine and killed a few thousand people in the process, but it would have prevented the emergence of Nazism. Instead, they acted too late. By the time they acted, Germany was the most powerful country in all of Europe, and it was able to overrun Europe and conquer virtually all of Europe until D-Day, June 6, 1944, when finally the United States and England were able to cross into Europe and fight back. But between really 1939 and 1944, Europe was in the hands of the Nazis because the Western countries, particularly England and France, waited too long. By the time they waited, it was too late. And that's a lesson, I think, for Americans now. Americans are entitled to destroy the nuclear reactor. This is a good time to do it because Iran has attacked us and we're entitled to respond. Israel, too, has the right to respond. There's no doubt that Iran has declared war on Israel. It says so. It declares Israel to be the small devil, the United States the big devil. It is behind Hezbollah's attacks on Israel. Excuse me, still a little lingering cold. Thank you all, by the way, for your good wishes. And it no doubt, Iran was behind these attacks on Israel, behind the attacks that the Houthi have now openly declared that they're targeting Israel in sympathy with the people of Gaza. No, they're doing it in sympathy with the people of Iran. And of course, Iran couldn't care less about the Palestinians in Gaza. They care only about their own hegemony over the Middle East. So what we're seeing is two countries in the Middle East against whom Iran has declared war. Technically, both have been victimized by what I told you, to use the fancy Latin term, casus belli, acts of war, causes of war, acts of war. And the international law and the law of war is very clear. Both Israel and the United States are entitled now to destroy Iran's nuclear weapons capacity, and they should do it.